The Rothschilds, a journey from Frankfurt's ghetto to global power. The rise of the Rothschilds is a story of ambition, intelligence, and strategy that transcends centuries and reshaped the modern financial world. It begins in 1744 in the cramped Judengasse, or Jewish Alley, of Frankfurt am Main, Germany. The Judengasse was a ghetto where the city's Jewish population lived under strict laws that limited their professions, freedom of movement, and social opportunities. Yet it was here that Meyer Amschel Rothschild, the patriarch of one of the most influential dynasties in history, was born. Life in the Judengasse. Life in the Judengasse was harsh. The community was overcrowded and poorly maintained, and residents faced frequent hostility from the surrounding Christian population. Jews were barred from owning land and many professions, forcing them to find niches in commerce, trading, and money lending. Mayer Amschel's father, Amschel Moses Rothschild, was a money changer and a modest merchant who traded in goods like silk, textiles, and coins. He instilled in young Mayer the values of diligence, thrift, and a commitment to education, despite the limited resources available. Tragically, Amschel Moses died when Mayer was just 12 years old, leaving the family in financial difficulty. A turning point: education and apprenticeship. Recognizing Mayer's potential, his family arranged for him to study in a yeshiva, a Jewish school where he gained a solid grounding in religious studies, arithmetic, and ethics. But Mayer's ambitions went beyond the confines of the Judengasse. At the age of 13, Mayer was sent to Hanover to apprentice at the Oppenheimer Bank, one of the leading financial institutions of the time. This was a rare and valuable opportunity for a Jewish boy, and Mayer absorbed everything he could about currency exchange, lending, and the European financial system. During his apprenticeship, Mayer also developed a deep understanding of the importance of relationships. He observed how the Oppenheimers built trust with clients and leveraged their reputation to expand their influence. These lessons would become the foundation of Mayer's own success. Returning to Frankfurt, laying the foundation. When Mayer returned to Frankfurt in the 1760s, he opened a small business in the Judengasse. Initially, he dealt in coins and antiquities, a niche market that allowed him to interact with wealthy collectors and nobles. Above the entrance to his modest shop hung a red shield, a Rothschild in German, which would later inspire the family name. Mayer's reputation for honesty and expertise soon caught the attention of influential clients, including Prince William of Hesse-Kassel, one of the wealthiest men in Europe. Managing a portion of the prince's vast fortune gave Mayer access to the highest echelons of European society and provided the capital he needed to expand his operations. The Five Sons. A global network, Mayer had a large family, but it was his five sons, Amschel, Salomon, Nathan, Carl, and James, who would transform the Rothschild name into a global brand. From a young age, Mayer trained his sons in the principles of finance and business. He emphasized the importance of trust, unity, and adaptability, understanding that these qualities would be critical in a rapidly changing world. As they came of age, Mayer sent each son to establish a Rothschild branch in a major European city. Amschel remained in Frankfurt to oversee the family's headquarters. Salomon moved to Vienna, where he cultivated relationships with the Austrian Empire. Nathan, the most ambitious and daring, was sent to London, the financial capital of the world. Carl established a branch in Naples, a key hub for Mediterranean trade. James went to Paris, the center of cultural and political power in Europe. This distribution created a decentralized but tightly connected network that allowed the Rothschilds to operate across borders with unprecedented efficiency. The Napoleonic Wars, Crisis and Opportunity. The late 18th and early 19th centuries were dominated by the Napoleonic Wars, a series of conflicts that upended Europe. While wars devastated economies and destabilized governments, they also created opportunities for those who could navigate the chaos. The Rothschilds used their network to provide financial services to warring nations. They supplied loans, facilitated payments, and even smuggled gold across enemy lines. Their courier system, which used fast and discreet agents, allowed them to move information and money faster than anyone else. Nathan Rothschild, in particular, became a master of leveraging intelligence. Based in London, he built relationships with the British government and used his access to advance the family's interests. One of the most famous episodes in Rothschild history occurred in 1815 during the Battle of Waterloo. According to legend, Nathan learned of Napoleon's defeat before anyone else in London thanks to his courier network. Acting on this knowledge, he manipulated the British bond market, buying low and selling high once the official news broke. While the exact details of this event are debated, it is undisputed that Nathan's actions during this period solidified the family's financial dominance. Post-war Europe, building an empire. After Napoleon's defeat, Europe entered a period of reconstruction. Governments needed loans to rebuild their economies, and the Rothschilds became the financiers of choice. They provided funding for infrastructure projects, such as railroads and canals, and helped stabilize currencies through their expertise in exchange rates. In 1825, the Rothschilds played a crucial role in preventing a financial collapse in England. When a banking crisis threatened the British economy, Nathan Rothschild provided the Bank of England with a substantial loan, averting a disaster and cementing the family's reputation as a pillar of stability. Preserving the legacy. Mayer Amschel Rothschild understood that wealth and power could easily be squandered without careful management. To ensure the dynasty's longevity, he established a set of rules that guided the family for generations. Unity. The family operated as a single entity, pooling resources and making decisions collectively. Intermarriage. Marriages were often arranged within the family to keep wealth concentrated. Discretion. The Rothschilds avoided ostentatious displays of wealth, understanding that secrecy was a form of power. These principles allowed the Rothschilds to maintain their influence even as new competitors emerged. Challenges and adaptation. The Rothschilds faced significant challenges, including anti-Semitism, political opposition, and the rise of national banking systems. However, they adapted by diversifying their investments and focusing on areas such as real estate, mining, and philanthropy. Their contributions to society extended beyond finance. The Rothschilds funded hospitals, schools, and cultural institutions, leaving a legacy of social impact that endures to this day. The enduring legacy today, the Rothschild name remains synonymous with wealth and influence. While their role in global finance has evolved, their story continues to inspire fascination and admiration. Mayer Amschel Rothschild's vision of creating a unified, multinational financial empire set a standard for modern banking and demonstrated the power of innovation, strategy, and unity. From the cramped streets of the Judengasse to the capitals of Europe, the Rothschilds proved that even the most modest beginnings can lead to extraordinary achievements.